Hello YouTube, my name is Caden and I am back here again with you guys for at the wonderful place of Hero Support, and we have both a announcement to do and some uh, magic stuff to talk about this week. So we over here at Hero Support are going to be doing a couple leagues for Magic. They are Modern and Commander, both of which will start at 6 p.m. on each of the days. They will both cost $15 each, and this is a monthly thing. So, what this means is, all the members will get into the events for free, and also all your points will be tallied up, and the top two people will go to face off against each other in a prize to get a complete box set of whatever it is that that person wants. So also some deals that you have for this is you get a 10% off on card singles, supplies, and packs, which is 3 for 10 during this. Also, for our Pokemon fans out there, we're also doing another Pokemon Advance League. So this is going to be the same thing as the other two. It'll be $15 to get in, and it will start promptly at 6 o'clock. And the same deal will apply for that, and the same pricing. It'd be the top two at the end of it will go in and fight it out to get a box of whatever set they want within that the shop has. So, we do need a minimum of 8 players. Most we don't really care about. It's just at least a minimum of 8, and they will both start. Magic's will start on January 6th or the 7th, whichever one takes off first, and Pokemon's will start on the 9th. So there's some fun events coming up here. So I most definitely am going to hop on and join at least one of the Magic events. So now on to a standard Magic. Last Friday was our Magic tournament. What ended up winning was a deck of red and green Hardened Scales deck. Now, for those of you who already know the deck, it's pretty much them trying to do a Hardened Scales the deck minus the white. So that's pretty much all what it is. It's got the Mana Gorger Hydras, Hardened Scales, and all that stuff, with some red for burn and removal. What we also saw there was some Orzhov Life Drain, where they used some of the allies or Zul'Kolt Cutthroat to chop away at their life without actually having to attack. But from what I saw, everybody was having a fun, creative time with all their decks, and it was really interesting seeing how some people can take ideas and run with them instead of just the simple net decking that you see at other stores, where it's all a constant Abzan, Esper Control, or Eldrazi's kind of builds. It's very interesting over here. So, as you all know, there's going to be some new stuff coming out in Oathwatch. There will be a new Kozilek, which is really cool. He is going to be 8 and a new kind of mana symbol, which is a waste mana symbol. So 8 and 2 waste for, I can't exactly remember the power right now, but we'll probably put a little example of the card description somewhere around here. But so he looks very interesting and he looks really fun to play. I personally like to want to try and get a hold of him in Oathwatch. Anyway, so the waste now, what that's going to be is that's going to be the symbol for colorless mana. So what this usually means is, for colorless mana in the past has just been just random numbers that are just like, you need to spend 8 mana of whatever to play this. Well, now that's going to be different. Colorless mana and generic mana are going to be completely separated. So that means that for people that play colorless decks, they're going to have basic lands to put into their decks, rather than having to spend money on the various colorless cards. Those can be expensive in Commander. And another very interesting land that I see is the Mirror Pool land. This is going to be pretty much, it's going to tap for a generic land, just generic mana, which is just going to be a colorless mana. But it's going to also have an ability for 2 tap and sack it, copy copy target instant or sorcery spell, or for 4 tap and sack it, copy creature that enters the battlefield. So it's going to be kind of like Riku's ability, except you're going to have to get rid of the land in order to do it. So it's very interesting, and I do hope there is somebody out there that's going to kind of, mess around with the deck and see what he can get. So it does look interesting into the future. Also, there is fun announcements going on about us returning to Innistrad. It will be named Shadows of Innistrad. Now, I'm really looking forward to this because Innistrad was always a fun mechanic, or a fun place, because it had flipped cards that, if it met a criteria, it changed into a different card and could either win you or lose you a game. So it was a very interesting place going to there. I'm kind of hoping that we see another Avacyn, but this one kind of be more of a balanced form between them. The Avacyn from old was kind of too strong for what it is, making everything that somebody has just being indestructible and can no longer pretty much just, indestructible. It's kind of a too much power for an 8/8, especially when somebody, like some friends I've known who have built angel decks and have just rammed her in there, and you just now have a bunch of flying indestructible attackers, or 4/4s. Sorry about that. But also, I don't want her to become too weak. Now, her weird version that she came in M15 was kind of too much of a drawback. Like, it was an interesting thing, but the cost of the mana was just too variant. She was an okay attacker, but what I kind of hope is that it's gonna kind of be a situational. I do think that she should still be within the angel range of like 6 mana for a 5/5 or a 6/6. Some like angels have usually been high cost and a little power differential, but still manageable. But what I hope for her ability is we can do something like we pay mana to make her, or to make things indestructible. So that's why I kind of hope for Avacyn. We also are going to be looking forward to a Tibalt and a Sorin. Now, I have heard of leaks of Tibalt. Don't take those like they're actual spoilers. If they aren't actually on the site, they're not real. So, my kind of hope is that they're both are still balanced. I always like cards that are more balanced more than broken. See, I will agree with everybody that a card like Jace the Mind Sculptor is an amazing card, but it is also a broken card, which then in terms breaks Magic. Now, what I mean by that is there's always a thing that game developers have to keep in mind, which is called a power creep, which is a certain level of power where there's a power line that it goes, and if it's too far above the line, then the line has to go up there, which can also leave cards that are below the line or barely above the line to go below it. Now, it's fine. You know, some games have to do this to keep fresh and keep everything interesting. But again, it kind of shouldn't be that way. If it's gonna do it, it should do it kind of gradually, more than, just be an immediate thing. Which Magic, I will admit, Magic has, fixed it. They have built better cards to combat cards like a Jace or like the swords or pretty much all that stuff. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I do hope that you guys will come and support these events that are coming up. I'm really looking forward to them. I will be joining one. I unfortunately will not be able to do both. I will try my best. And until next time, viewers, my name is Kanan Gerke. I come from Hero Support, and I hope to all see you here. And have a good day.